Principle. The word principle, spelt with a P-L-E at the end of the word. It defines the fundamental truth or proposition that serves as the foundation for a system of belief, behavior, or for a chain of reasoning. A fundamental truth, meaning the underlying basis, the basics, the basic needs for a truth to hold strength, meaning, and or value in one's mind or heart space. A fundamental truth or proposition. I am a proposition. What is my proposition unto you all, the world? Accept the soul's truth. Accept the real God's truth. Accept the truth of how powerful you all truly are. A fundamental truth or proposition that serves. There go that word serves again. But in the spirit or the electromagnetic force. What is something that serves you do for you when you speak in terms of spirit and or electrochemical? Anything that serves you in the spiritual realm and or the electrochemical realm is for the sole purpose of giving you your divine characteristics and or your mental faculties and physical capabilities, if you follow what I'm saying so thus far. Serves as the foundation for a system of, once again, belief. Foundational belief. Your beliefs are your moral grounds or are your moral artwork. Your beliefs, not what you believe. There's a slight difference between what you believe and your beliefs. Your beliefs are foundational. What you believe is more empire-like and or reasoning-like. What you believe is your reasoning and or I couldn't consider it feel like, because what you feel like is metaphorical. All things in the nature of feel like is metaphorical. It's just something you're making up. Everything you feel like is made up. Any and all things that you feel like is made up. Moving forward. Belief is foundational. Belief, foundation of knowledge. What's in your belief? What's upon your belief system? What's upon your belief grounds? What are your belief grounds? What are your moral grounds? Because that's what beliefs are. Moral foundation. Fundamental truth or proposition in which serves as the foundation for a system of belief, behavior, or for a chain of reasoning. All foundational. All three of those words are foundational. All three of those actions, so to speak, in which the definition of the word principle support, all three of them are foundational. Your system of belief is foundational. Your behavior stems from your foundation of knowledge. Once you know better, you do, physically do better. You follow what I'm saying? And finally, your chain of reasoning. The word reasoning, the act of thinking about something in a logical, sensible way. Come back to your divine senses, you see. What are your principles? What principles do you stand on? The principles I stand on, or at least what I've taught myself to stand on, moral perfection. Moral perfection. What do I mean by moral perfection? What the word literally means. Moral perfection. Remember, this is spiritual work. Spiritual. How I apply it to the physical is how I take my steps in my daily day-to-day life. But this is just the foundation right here. This is foundational talk. You can walk and or stand on this knowledge. You can walk upon and or run with this knowledge here. You can use it to chop and or grind things that don't need to be within the vicinity of your being to ashes. You follow what I'm saying? Fight back, spirit. I wanted to make this video to talk about the four fundamental forces of nature again. I want to bring this topic up some more. I want to see if I can get you all to maybe incorporate it somehow into your worldviews and maybe even some of your ideas and or thought ways and or plans, in a sense. Maybe you can possibly incorporate this into your understanding, your foundation of knowledge, your comprehension of the universe as well. I am saying these things to give us insight on who and or what we all truly are, so nothing else can tell us who and or what we should be. I am solely fight back. I am solely get out of this hell. I am nothing else but it. Reality for me is I have been fighting every single day of my entire life since I came out of my mother's womb. Maybe even before that. So all I have for you is fight back to get out of hell. Fight back to get out of hell. That's all I have for you content-wise. At least for right now at the current moment in time. This is all I have. What we can do and or say to start fighting back against what truly has us pinned down and stuck in this hell that we do not want. The knowledge of the four fundamental forces of nature could help. It could help because it can reconnect us with our divine characteristics and or our higher characteristical traits. You follow what I'm saying? Remember, everything that stems from the character is what stems from the highest self. Everything that stems from your natural root-based character is what stems from your higher self. Grasp that for a moment. Grasp that. Everything that stems from your character, your true, natural character, is what is stemming from your higher, BKA, your divine self. BKA, better known as divine self. But your highest self is what is labeled and described as your divine self, as the divine self is the highest self, for the highest self is the divine self. Everything regarding character comes directly from your highest self. But who is your highest self though? Quantum. You thought I was going to say spirit? Well, spirit derives from the quantum. So spirit is not the highest self. Spirit is just a pathway, John 14:6, to the highest self. Remember, this is why I say incorporating this four fundamental forces of nature into our understanding of things could bring more strength to a reconnection between theology and science, the reconnection between the two. If theology and science can unite, all of your religions will fall. Or at least that's just one of the steps towards dismantling and or beating the religious beliefs plaguing your mind heart spaces right now currently. Your religious beliefs, all 10,000 of them on the planet, are my most despised target on the list of the 7 in which needs to be eliminated. There's 9 of them in total, but there are 7 major belief systems that need to be dismantled by any moral means necessary. And the religious beliefs, number 7 on the list, is the most unforgivable, disgusting, and barbaric belief system, foundational system, that I see upon this list. Taking out your religious beliefs will be extremely personal, and I'm going to enjoy every single bit of it. So here's some more. Dismantling your religious beliefs to give you all more strength to fight back. Stop the oppressive body from ruining your lives. 4 fundamental forces of nature. Why do I keep mentioning this? Why do I keep mentioning the 4 basic forces of nature? See, the science people of today, after centuries of plaguing and ruining and twisting up all of our knowledge and twisting up all of our history so it won't make any sense and it'll all be complicated, which is another reason why Terrence Howard is trying to struggle to comprehend this mathematic principles of the world. All of this time, they have been only doing this to ensure we'd all grow up ignorant. Ignorant. What does it mean? Lacking knowledge, lacking common sense, lacking your abilities to know how to do what is right, especially when the time comes to do right. That makes sense to you. They wanted you stupid and evil. They want you all real stupid and fake evil. They want you all real stupid and fake evil. I want to come back to character for a moment, and why the word is actually really, really important for you to know of. What does the word character literally mean? The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Distinctive meaning point out a difference. The individual meaning you. The incarnation. The incarnation. In, car, nation, incarnation. Think about it. The spirit is housed in the nation. The spirit is housed in the nation. And/or the spirit treats the nation as the car in which it must drive around in to get things done. Question real quick before I go on. What if we lived in a reality where nothing was telling God what to do in it? Remember, God is the literal reality itself. So what if nothing was telling God what to do in his own self? Think about that for a moment. Nothingness supremacy is the same as soul supremacy. Unfortunately, unto your faces, it'll seem like black supremacy. It'll seem like black supremacy, but in reality, we are not being led by colors. Technically, we are because the chakras, but no, that's not the point, though. It's not going to be black supremacy. It's going to be nothingness supremacy. It's just going to look like black supremacy on a surface level because we're going to be doing most of the work to keep the planet in order. No matter how this is why most of this mission is kind of irrelevant to even pursue, because honestly, no matter how it unfolds, the black people are going to be what seems enslaved to something. Nothingness supremacy is spiritual enslavement, in a sense, like baseline spiritual, meaning the foundational nature of spirit will have control over all of our lives. Nothing else will. What is spirit right now, though? Spirit is the non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character. Character again, the soul. This is going to connect in a moment, I guarantee it. What is the non-physical part? The non-physical part of a person is what you would label and describe as the electromagnetic force. Because see, when you look at the definition, it just says the non-physical part. Well, what frequential part of us, so to speak. Because when you think about the non-physical part of a person, you're talking frequencies, right? What is electromagnetism? The study of frequencies, the study of electrochemical waves, the study of brain waves, frequencies, right? You know, if we didn't have gravity, all of these frequencies would just be all over the place now, wouldn't they? If we didn't have gravity holding it together, down on the ground and steady. Just a random thought. But moving forward, spirit is the non-physical part, meaning the electromagnetic force of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character, the soul. What is character? Once again, the mental and moral qualities, the mental and moral qualities. Now back to what I was saying about the source of character. Character is important. Character is important. Let me tell you why. The literal meaning of the word character, mental qualities and moral qualities. Where do your mental qualities come from? Where do your moral qualities come from? What a thing started out as is how a thing will remain, no matter what. What a thing started out as is how the thing will remain, no matter what. What we started out as spirits, then the spirit incarnated into the people, BKA the nation. Now, the mental and moral qualities incarnated through us are us. You see, we are spirits before we are people, and we are people before we are puppets. What a thing started out as is how the thing will remain, no matter what external fear-based, fear-entrenching entity decides. You all should be something else other than what you truly are. What art we, though? The universe itself. All of we as a collective whole are the true God itself. And I'm going to say more words out loud to prove this to you now. All of your religious beliefs connect to that one word, spirit, though, don't they? But there's a power higher than spirit. It's the power in which gives the spirit its abilities to be one. What I consider the Most High God, and/or it is the power in which gives the spirit its ability to take form. Gravity. The gravitational force. The way I'm comprehending this, the gravitational force is quantum. When you look at what the word quantum actually means, it says the unit quantity of acetylcholine, in which comes from a single point vesicle, and it distributes voltage to the measured in-plate potential, meaning it chooses where and/or decides how all of the voltage of the acetylcholine that stems from the vesicles go to its in-plate potential, the physical form. Look up the words yourself for more stronger context on what I'm trying to say here truly. The unit quantity meaning amount, meaning how much this here force is deciding to put into this here in-plate or measured in-plate potential. Measured, I see this thing, that much energy is going into it. This thing over here, I have it differentiated, I have it distinguished character. That energy is going into there. You follow what I'm saying? All of your mental and moral qualities stem from the true Most High God of the universe, meaning the universe itself. But you don't necessarily have to buy this. You don't have to necessarily buy that God is a brain. You don't necessarily have to buy that the universe is an actual brain. You don't have to buy this. This is just what I'm going off of because it makes the most sense right now currently. when you label and describe what the universe actually is, it's a whole brain, a literal entire brain. Why aren't we walking brains then? Because the brain we live in has a certain order in which things are going to their measured in-plate potentials. And also, too, due to this entity outside of us tampering with our lives so severely and rapidly and endlessly and so eager and so excited to do it, our original structure was altered anyways. The scriptures say we were born in the image of God, right? Well, the image of God is theoretical, or as Brother Terrence Howard would say, curvature, round, planet-size-like, planeture-like, not flat, round and dimensional, circumventing, encompassing, omnipresent, everywhere. Go over there. God is over there too. Stand right there. God is over there too. Move your hand here. God is over there too. It's funny, but it's not. Why is it not funny? Because we should have known these things our entire lives. You want to know what's omnipresent? Gravity is. You want to know what's omnipresent? Light is. You also want to know what's omnipresent, even though it doesn't seem like it? Water is. We all live inside of and as the true Most High God itself. So now, character, the mental and moral qualities. What am I ultimately getting at? Where your character comes from, your natural character comes from. Ain't nothing wrong with it, ain't nothing evil about it, ain't nothing imbalanced about it, nor is anything artificial about it. Nothing is fake about your real character's moral qualities. Nothing is imbalanced about your real character's mental qualities. Imbalanced mental qualities, artificial moral qualities. This is what I am able to distinguish as an individual with my character upon yours. You all have imbalanced mental qualities and artificial moral qualities, meaning you all are real stupid and fake evil. All of you are. Am I saying this to insult you? Am I saying this to disrespect you? No and yes, simultaneously. How am I saying it to disrespect you? Because of what the actual word respect means, and what you all are trying to draw out of me that I refuse to let out. I don't want to be real stupid, nor fake evil like you. So, I'm going to disrespect you physically, but overwhelmingly love you spiritually. Therefore, yes and no simultaneously and or concomitantly and or at the same time. Where your mental qualities stem from are pure balanced ardor and purity. Where your moral qualities stem from are the exact same place as the first one. They stem from the same place of balance and pureness. They stem from the same place of ardor and light. They stem from the same source of gravity and electromagnetism. I'm going to get that word right, I promise you. They stem from the same source of goodness. Your natural mental and moral qualities do. And using my abilities to distinguish as the individual I am, I can see that from 72 trillion years away. This is why your natural cells are so predictable. This soul in me is 72 trillion years old. You can buy or believe whatever you want, but this soul in me is 72 trillion years old. And I have so many more things to say to prove this. Your character comes from these four fundamental forces of nature I'm getting ready to talk about. Your character derives from these four fundamental forces of nature I'm getting ready to talk about. So let's talk about them now. What are the four fundamental forces of nature that I've been doing some good studying on? You know, I didn't know about this in school. As I keep saying, though, I got this four-step idea in the regards to how the universe had its genesis. In regards to the genesis of the universe, you all may call it a Big Bang theory, or you all may say we were born from a black hole, whatever, yo. I mean, you got all your answers, you got all your knowledge, you got everything that you want, dog. But I'm just gonna have what I got. You got what you got, and I'm gonna have what I got. Plain and simple. Let's move forward from these grounds right here. What I got and what you got. I got my beliefs, you got your beliefs. Cool. Let's just move forward anyways from where we are. Is it possible that we can do this? I know it is, because I know who thou art truly. So I'm going to just keep taking advantage of it. The four fundamental forces of nature, where your character truly comes from. The four fundamental forces of nature, where your character, BKA, in which the real definition is the mental and moral qualities. Your mental and moral qualities, meaning your mental faculties and your moral faculties, or your foundational faculties, or your beliefs. What you believe truly and where your beliefs are truly. This is where they come from. The four fundamental forces of nature. Before I go on, I was getting ready to say this. I'm still going off of my four-step principle to the genesis, to label and describe the true genesis of reality. I got this belief system about the labels and describes a four-step process to the true genesis of reality. And it is as follows. We got the positive energy. You see. The positive energy in its original state, cosmic-sized spherical ball of gravity, water, and light. But the main element to notice there is water. And also light, but water, because the water is going to be foundational in this story, primarily. The gravity is more so motivational. Keep everything together. Keep everything standing on the right grounds, you see. So, I got this four-step process to label and describe the genesis of reality. I have a four-step process to label and describe the genesis of reality. Step one. But first, let's know the attributes of the story before I go in. There are two things primarily to take a look at here. Number one, the true positive energy of the universe in its original state. From the way I can label and describe it now, a cosmic size, indoor, unlimited, massive. You can't possibly right now currently comprehend the size of this here spherical curvature, round ball like energy, positive, pure, good energy, good energy of gravity, water, and light. That's the first thing to notice right here for this genesis of reality explanation. The second thing to notice. Now, when I was first going off with this story, I was saying that the negative energy in its true form was a cloud, a cosmic-sized cloud of fire and lightning. That's what I was saying at first. I was saying it was a cosmic-sized cloud of fire and lightning. I'm going to keep that. But here's the one thing I'm going to change up in this scenario, though. I'm going to keep it, though, but I'm just going to change up one piece to it still. The lightning aspect. There was no lightning from what I'm gathering, because it didn't get the lightning until it blended until the next part of the story I'm getting ready to label and describe happened. You follow what I'm saying? So the negative energy in its original form was just a cosmic-sized cloud of fire. Cloud of fire. Cloud. In gas-like form. In air-like form. But notice, though, the positive energy at first didn't have any air in it. It just had gravity, water, and light as a giant sphere. But then the negative energy was coming with the cloud of fire. Just a cloud of fire, you see. Cosmic-sized cloud of fire. Now for the story, the four-step process to the genesis of reality. The cosmic-sized cloud of fire attacks the galactic's infinite, massive, omnipresent size ball of gravity, water, and light. You see, The negative energy attacks the positive energy. First step. Negative energy moves. Second step attacks the positive energy. Or no, second step, they blend together due to the negative energy attacking the positive energy. They begin to blend together. Second step, because of the attack. And then the third step, the balance energy is born. Third step, the balance energy is born from it, or the neutron energy is born. So the first two steps brings us to the third step, where the balance energy is born. And then the fourth and final step, the balance energy creates the reality we are in. The final step, the balance energy creates the reality we are in. Now, was there a long, drawn-out process? Oh, yeah, details, you name it, yeah. Lots of details go into it, but it's like, I don't necessarily have 35 hours on a phone to tell you about it. So I'm just going to use what is out here, that you all put out here, to label and describe this story unto you the best way I can. So, 4 fundamental forces of nature, that 4-step process that I just mentioned. The negative energy attacks the positive energy. The positive energy takes what the enemy meant for evil and turns it for good. Balance energy, 3rd step. And then the balance energy creates the reality we are in, 4th step. Now, what's the importance about that 4th step? The four. Right now, currently, here's what I personally believe. I believe there are 4 fundamental forces of personality in which govern all of my family members upon this world right now currently. And they are as follows: the positive energy, the negative energy, the balance energy, and the dead energy, and or the quiescent energy, and or the mildly stillness energy, and or the stagnant energy. Dead. Not moving in the correct direction at all is what that 4th one is. And where you all are in this reality are currently, every last one of you that breathe on this planet somewhere, anywhere, are in this disposition. Why? Because the devil put you in it. The opposite of your good disposition. The opposite of your natural baseline, true, gravity held down on top of moral perfection disposition. That made sense to you all that I just said. Moving forward. So, those 4 personality traits right there, which are actually technically 2, just the negative one and the positive one. Or just the negative one and the balanced one. Technically only 2 there. Because once the balanced personality takes over thy mind space, your grounds will be forced into good labor. Remember, they serve you, right? Why do you have grounds serving you for ill reasoning, right, Terrence Howard? When you look at how the mathematic equations are falsifying our moral or our moral compass, or our mental, or imbalancing our mental qualities, it's the same thing. It's all the same thing. I don't have necessarily the wherewithal in the mathematic fields like you do, but because I primarily go for grammar. I primarily go for relation and or connection to source and spirit. I primarily go for those 2. Those are the primary things I go for: grammar and spirit, or character and behavior. Grammar being the behavior, physically talking. Spirit being the interpersonal power, the foundation in which serves. I got a foundation giving me good stuff to do good stuff with. What kind of foundation you got? Moving forward. So, 4 fundamental forces of nature. The 4 major fundamental human character traits, or 4 fundamental human behavioral traits. And the 4 steps to the genesis of reality. The 4 possible steps to the genesis of reality. Negative attacks positive. Positive creates balance. Balance creates reality. Negative attacks positive. Balance, or a positive creates balance. You just took what the enemy meant for evil and turned it for good. Genesis chapter 50, verse 20. And then balance creates reality. Goodness creates balance, and then balance creates reality. 4 steps, right? Now, what are the 4 fundamental forces of nature? Since I just took all of this time to say all of that extra stuff, just to get here. The first one will be labeled and described as, no, they're not in necessarily order. They don't necessarily have an order, but according to the way I got my story set up, I think I see a proper order to put them in. So here's the way I'm going to put them in order. First one, the gravitational force, or the first one is called the gravitational force. The second one is called the electromagnetic force, the embodiment of the spiritual realm itself, the electromagnetic force. Third one is called the strong nuclear force, the strong nuclear force. And the fourth and final one is called the weak nuclear force, the weak nuclear force. Now, I'm going to take this theory and I'm just going to incorporate it into my 4 and all of my 4s that I have thereof to label and describe where our character and behavioral stem from. Our character and behavioral traits stem from. Or mental and moral qualities, because I want to focus on character right now. I want to focus on character right now for this video. Character only, mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Where our mental and moral qualities stem from are these 4 fundamental forces of nature. This is what I'm gathering right now. Let me tell you why. The parable that I just shared in a recent video, God's literal children are as follows. The astral is his son, and the ether is his daughter. I'm going to explain why now, as I incorporate them into all of this knowledge that I have now gained. So the gravitational force is also, this information, when you study it, is also like the quantum realm. Similar to it, the gravitational force is like the quantum realm. Very similar to it, especially when you study the definition of the word quantum. All of them. It's also like the soul star chakra, the gravitational force's information is. The gravitational force's information is also similarly inlining to what the information of the soul star chakra does. Because remember, a chakra is a spiritual power, and the spirit is the electromagnetic force of a person. But the gravitational force is the power in which sits outside of the universe, outside of the infinite universe. How can anything be outside of something infinite? By being omnipresent. Can there be something that sits outside of omnipresence? I don't know. I am not afraid to tell you that. Moving forward. So, the gravitational force is like the Most High God, Father of the universe itself. Father, though. There's a difference between a father and a mother, isn't it? There are 2 different things. But due to this parable here, it's still all just one magnificent brain in which our mental and moral qualities stem from, come from, derive from, are of. So, the gravitational force is the first one. The second one is the electromagnetic force. When I did more research on the electromagnetic force, it turns out, or it seems like, because I'm not an expert on this, nor do I have any degrees or college certificates and whatever. Let's not forget, you forced us not to know about any of these things in school. Why don't you want us to know about fundamental things as children? Those should be the most key things you give to all children. What are the fundamentals of your reality? Why don't we know the fundamentals of our reality? Moving forward. So, electromagnetic force is like the mother of the universe. The electromagnetic force is like the cosmic mother of the universe. The gravitational force is like the cosmic father or the galactic father of the universe. And their children are the astral realm and the ethereal realm. The astral realm is inside of the electromagnetic force, as well as the ethereal realm inside of the electromagnetic force, because they're both spiritual things. The astral realm and the ethereal realm are both spiritual powers. The electromagnetic force is the spiritual power in which the gravitational force gives form, and or the abilities to have the wherewithal to make ideas and or advocations manifest, come about. You follow what I'm saying? Third is the strong nuclear force. The astral and the ether are both inside of the electromagnetic force. Third, the astral realm, or the strong nuclear force. The strong nuclear force is the astral realm. The strong nuclear force is the astral realm. So in other words, when you look at that four-step theory to label and describe the genesis of reality, the negative energy attacks the positive energy to create the strong nuclear force, or the balance energy. And then the strong nuclear force gave us the reality, the weak nuclear force, a reality that decays, beta decay, as the information says, in regard to the weak nuclear force and what it is. Beta decay, meaning something that is going to die off eventually. It ain't going to be here forever because it wasn't meant to. What it really is meant to be where it really is really supposed to be. Say that again. What this reality truly is what should really be in control of it. God. This reality is truly the actual living God. But what is in control of it? Something in which is playing God. I want to explain this now, real quick though. The astral realm is like the sun of this gravitational force and electromagnetic force. Gravitational force being the father, or the soul star chakra, or the quantum field, or the quantum principle, and the electromagnetic force being the spirit, or the actual true Mother Holy Spirit. The actual true Mother Holy Spirit. The virtuous Mother Holy Spirit. Because there's a ill will Holy Spirit, Mother Holy Spirit, and then there's a virtuous one. There's two of them. The other one is your Lord God. Yeah, I said it. I'm not afraid to tell you the truth. I'm really not afraid to tell you the truth at all. I am your enemy, remember? Like I keep saying, I'm not posting these videos to get paid. I don't care for your likes. I care for you, but I despise you. Comprehend that. I love you unconditionally, but despise you overwhelmingly. Be able to comprehend that. Why can't you comprehend what I just said? Do you even know why I just said what I just said? I can't stand anything that you are, but I love everything that you are unconditionally. Who are you? Who art you? There's a fake you and then there's a divine you. I unconditionally love the divine you, but this lower, down to your confused and altered state, die relentlessly. You and everything that you love perish. You and everything that you want to be like disintegrate. Moving forward. So the astral realm is the sun and also the strong nuclear force in one. Whereas the ethereal realm, where your moral qualities come from. Let me say that again. The astral are where your mental qualities come from. That's what I mean. That's the main thing I need to put in the video right there. The biggest, most strongest answers that you need to have. Gotta eliminate the toxicity. The astral realm, where toxicity does not reside at all. The astral realm are where your mental qualities come from. The ethereal realm are where your moral qualities come from. The astral realm is the strong nuclear force itself, and the ethereal realm is the weak nuclear force itself. We live in this reality in which the strong nuclear force created after being birthed into existence from the collision of the positive and negative energy forces. You can believe whatever you want to believe, though, because I did just say all of that with a straight face, and I know that anything in the world that uses their brain or mind or mental faculties at any time for any reason, you scoff, laugh at, and say they're on drugs or crazy. You just laugh. Why is everything so funny to you? Oh, I know. Because you are what you serve, a demonic force that thinks ruining people's lives is entertainment. How did something convince something as powerful and divine as what you truly are to see evil as entertainment? I know how now. More to this story, though. The four fundamental forces of nature. Once again, the gravitational force is the Most High God, Father of the universe, according to true Most High God, Father of the universe, true Most High God, Father of the universe, the true Mother Holy Spirit of the universe, the electromagnetic force, the true Son of the universe is the astral realm, and their daughter, the true daughter of the universe, is the ethereal realm. Our moral foundation, the astral realm, mental foundation as well. It's all service energy. It's all principle. All of it is principle. It's all service energy. Your mental foundation and your moral foundation, your mental qualities and your moral qualities, they all stem from the fundamental forces of nature. That's where they come from. I pray that made sense to you. The more you know, the better you grow. The more you know, the faster you grow. More details, though, before I go on. So your mental and moral qualities come from the four fundamental forces of nature. I just made all of that 47 minutes of talking just to simply tell you this. Your mental and moral qualities, BKA your character, come from the four fundamental forces of nature. Who you truly are stems from and or derives from the four fundamental forces of nature. It's hard to say that without blinking or without giving any sign that you don't know what you're talking about, because it's also too, like, let's never forget, this world has been destroying our knowledge capabilities our entire lives. All of the things that give us our abilities to be able to think and reason and react or even communicate with each other on a regular basis. They distorted it all just to make it harder for us to do it. Keep us separated by way of different belief systems. My beliefs are different than your beliefs, so you stay over there and I'm staying over here. I can't mess with you no more. I can't talk to you no more because you believe different than I believe. So now we should go to war and have separated states. Now, how you got 51 states in one country? How you got 55 countries on one continent? My beliefs are different than your beliefs. My standards are different than your standards. So I'm going to be over here while you be over there. Separation, division. And there's about 10,000 things in this reality keeping you all separated for no reason at all. Why? Just so it can be easier to ensure you keep suffering to death. Know the truth so you can figure out how to stop it from making you do this. I only want to see humanity win. I am a part of humanity. Have you ever watched the Guardians of the Galaxy movie? Remember what Quill said when Rocket asked him the question, why would you want to save the universe? Because I'm one of the idiots that live in it. That's what he said in the movie. Why don't you want to value and or save thine own self? Why don't you? You want to know why? Just a snippet, random thought. Because the true enemy of the world made you forget you even live in reality. Didn't they? You don't even know you live in reality. Do you all know how serious what I am telling you to comprehend actually is? Why do you think there are so many bizarre changes in the world, and so many bizarre changes have been happening major and drastically since 2023? Like 6 million fucking people in Congo died. I've been posting since 2023 telling you this overwhelming heavy truth to get you all back circled unto thy moral grounds, moral perfection, or to give you a chance to see who or what you really are, to prevent the enemy from making you what the enemy wants you to be. You follow what I'm saying? There was even recently a story. My dear sister, our dear sister, EVA Anita's channel, where she just posted about how in Congo, a prison was set free by some unknown force, of course, right? Oh, we know who it really was. Just want some chaos in the world. And they sent these released prisoners to a female prison, raped every woman inside, and burned the building to the ground afterwards. Killed 150 people, most likely a lot of the men who went in there raping the women as well. Care. Or don't. It's up to you. I'm just going to put the information in your faces. You all are okay with this world, and I'm not okay with that. Like I said, I respect you and I don't simultaneously. You all are okay with a world that kidnaps children every 40 minutes of the day and drags them overseas and rapes them to death. You know, if I say too many secrets, they're going to flag me for misinformation and take the whole video down. And I've been talking for 50 minutes and I didn't even mean to. I'm going to end it right now. I said what I needed to say. Your mental and moral qualities stem from the four fundamental forces of nature. Ain't no gender there. Ain't no mother nature. Here's what I ultimately want to say, though. To all of you people out there in this world, whoever may watch this video and get to this point, you all are okay with a world such as this one because you forgot where your actual mental and moral qualities came from. So due to your real stupidity and your fake evilness, I am your enemy in every way possible. And if this here thing works, if I gain some type of whatever, I don't even care, man, honestly. I'm just going to attack you every day until you fall. And how am I going to attack you? By completely removing your stupidity and telling you how good you are truly. I'm just going to do it in a way that'll make it seem like I'm just a real life villain. Because according to your world, I actually am. Everything's flipped upside down. I'm just going to attack you every day for the rest of your life. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I attack you by educating you, by giving you more knowledge, by reversing your stupidity into intelligence, reawakening, reincarnation, resurrection, resettling, regeneration, replenishment, restoration, renewal. By any moral means necessary must we achieve these goals and this task I'm just going to put this idea in your heads. Why am I going to put it in your heads? Because it's going to make you smarter. And the wrong you will eventually fade away. Because the things that are keeping you sealed down to be the wrong you will fade away. Because you will see what they are and realize this is a set of energy in which I no longer need or want. Want to know why? Because I already have a set of energy that has been giving me the set of energy that I only need for 72 trillion years long. Non-stop, the exact same energy. Good, balanced energy. Good moral qualities, balanced mental qualities. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.